Impact of social media on today's generation. Hey everyone, welcome back to Voice of Past, your go-to channel for deep dives into society's most pressing issues. Today, we're talking about something that's impacting an entire generation, social media, and how it's affecting their ability to navigate the real world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell for updates. Social media has become a major part of life for young people today. It's how they communicate, how they express themselves, and how they stay connected. But there's a growing concern that many of today's generation might not be equipped to handle its impact. So, what happens when this generation, with their heavy reliance on social media, faces the real world? Research shows that young people spend hours scrolling through social media every day. And it's not just for fun. Many of them feel an overwhelming pressure to keep up with trends, post the perfect picture, and chase likes and followers. But here's the thing. Social media is designed to keep them hooked. It's engineered to trigger dopamine hits with every like, every follow, every notification. This constant cycle can be addictive, and it's taking a toll on their mental health. The impact on mental health is undeniable. Anxiety and depression are on the rise, especially among teenagers and young adults, and social media is a big part of why. When young people constantly compare themselves to the highlight reels of others, it leads to feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and isolation. They start to measure their worth in likes and shares, which creates an unhealthy cycle of validation seeking. And when they don't get that validation, it can feel like failure. What happens when this generation steps outside of their screens and into the real world? Many are struggling with basic social skills, having face-to-face conversations, handling conflicts, and even building genuine relationships. Social media gives them a sense of connection, but it's not real interaction. So when they're confronted with real-life challenges, they often feel unprepared, and that's a major problem. Now let's talk about the future. What happens when this generation enters the workforce? Employers are already seeing a gap in communication skills, problem-solving abilities, and emotional intelligence. These are critical skills in any job, but social media doesn't teach them. In fact, it does the opposite. It promotes quick responses, short attention spans, and superficial engagement. The concern is that when this generation is faced with the demands of real-world jobs, they won't have the tools to succeed. So what can be done? The first step is awareness. We need to understand that social media isn't just a harmless distraction. It's shaping the way young people think, behave, and interact with the world. Parents, educators, and even young people themselves need to take control of their social media use. Setting boundaries, taking digital detoxes, and focusing on real-world experiences are all important steps. What do you think? Is today's generation too dependent on social media, or is this just part of the new normal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe to Voice of Past for more deep dives into the biggest issues facing our society today.